It's the ocean. We were told it was going to be a crazy summer. And indeed, that was no cap. Well, how do we like it? Yeah, crazy, crazy summer. And, wow, WW3 on the agenda again? Um, Hi, I'm Ocean of the Ocean's Deep Woo, where we do the deepest of woo. Tonight, my intention is to do some intentions and also some clearings so we can get through this summer. And maybe that's just get through this summer. It's going to get weirder, okay? There's nothing we could do about that. It's just due. I mean, you know, but we were so lucky over the weekend. We definitely dodged some crap over the weekend. Okay. A lot of stuff that could have happened did not. And you can't tell me that it's not because some of us, probably a lot of us, had something to do with altering that energy. Because we can do that. I mean, we were all warned, right? And I think probably what they're calling the self-organizing collectives all over the place, all over the world, were doing their job. And what is a self-organizing collective? Well, it's people like you, me, and others who are in the spiritual community, who are aware of things, and who are also aware of ways to modify things and help them. Help them be not so dangerous. Help us slide through this with the most ease and grace. Although it is very treacherous, dangerous times right now. So it's something that we have to, travel through. But that doesn't mean that we're powerless. We are not powerless. As a matter of fact, we've changed so many things. We have been on the brink of destruction so many times that it's really, I got hit. Gee, so sorry to hear that you got hurt. What's Lamar? I don't even know what Lamar Jackson is. Who is Lamar Jackson? Anyway, yeah, I've got my phone on a little holder here because basically it's late and I promised I'd be on tonight. It's one of my nights to be on. And I just said, to heck with it, I'm just going to do this from the comfort of my easy chair. So, well, I'm really glad you didn't break your nose. We just had a tornado here. See how windblown my hair is? No, it's not because of that. It's just because my hair is windblown. But we didn't get damage here. But basically, it's Ohio. We're going to have tornadoes. That's just what we have, you know. So there's nothing new about this. Tornadoes are pretty prevalent in northeastern Ohio. As a matter of fact, it's huge right now. I'm surprised we didn't have them before now, because we haven't. This is one of our first ones. So, who are you? In reply to the angler. That caterpillar? It's a literary reference. You don't understand it? Too bad. Oh, what a silly person you are. Okay. So anyway, um, hi, Brianna. Mm. Yes, silly fellow got timed out. I don't really care. But, you know, you gotta time out people when they do this shit. You know, it happens. Anyway, yeah, we got tornadoes here. We got whole hot and cold running tornadoes this time of year. I'm really surprised that they didn't start sooner after all. Um, we usually get them in the spring, so they're kind of late this year. Hey, Crow, how you doing? Oh, wait a minute. Did you say cowboy? He said hello to everybody. Look at that. Look at that little cowboy. He says, whoop, meow. Yes, your Uncle Crow said hello to you. He loves you. Yeah. Yes, he's such a sweet little boy. He is a good boy. He is a good boy. Such a sweet boy. And he wakes me up like that too. He's so sweet. He gets on the side. Whoop, gotta turn it around. He gets on the the little bedside thing there, and he he's very polite. He comes up and he meows before he gets up on the bed. And then he climbs up onto the side table and, meows again. Like, Mom, I have something to discuss with you. It's food o'clock. It's food o'clock, Mom. So it's time to get up. Oh, my hair looks really dark tonight. But anyway, yes, he's a little sweet guy. Well, I said it was. I'm supposed to be on Wednesdays. I'm really late. I fell asleep. Um, I was meditating about the tornadoes, and I was meditating about some of the other stuff that's going on over here in the States. I don't know if you've heard, but our president is trying to decide whether or not, what we're going to do about stuff that's going on over in the Middle East. We're all so tired of this. We're all so tired of this. So, I thought it would be good to have some intentions that the highest and best be done. I don't have the answers to all these things. I don't have the answers to what should be done. But I know that higher powers do. So I think we need to put some intention toward that, because that has got to be a really hard decision. That has got to be rough. I'm going to get some good soothing music in the background here. Oop. I accidentally turned this set off. That's how smart I am. Hang on, hon. We'll get down there. Yes, my sweet little boy he's off eating some kibble. He's already had his perpite, and he absolutely adores that. It's like ice cream to him. So,
Welcome to your
okay, so hey, let's try this one.
To your Ultra Trust Reset.
This one's called Ultra Trust Reset.
Let's begin.
That is, trusting events. Wow, we got no light at all coming from that one. Here's my touch lamp. I'll put that on. Maybe that'll help. So, anyway, yeah, my little guy is a sweet kitty. He's one of the best. One of the best I ever had, and no trouble. He's got to be, in fact, one of the least trouble I've ever had. He's given me less trouble than any of them. And I've loved all of them, of course. I've loved all my babies. They've all been very special to me, and I just feel really lucky that I have been lucky with my animals. I have been lucky with my critters being so good. All of them that I've had. Let me get over here where where I can see what people are saying better. But I've got to now mute it. Okay, so that I can see your comments, because otherwise it'll freeze and I won't even know that you're talking. Yeah. Hi. What's that? Wanhu family? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Oh, well, that's very nice to say, Brianna, but, you know, all you have to do is just turn on the channel, and I'm here. Hey, Ghost Magnet! Are you still a Ghost Magnet? Cool. We had a tornado here, but that's to be expected. We have them all the time at this time of year. Usually in the spring, though. It's very odd. It's very odd that we're having them this late, that they're starting this late. Because, sorry about that, I had this up in front of my face. That's not very professional, is it? So, oh, and it's hot. And I don't have the air conditioning on because I'm trying to stay kind of not used to the cold too much, kind of acclimated, because it's going to get hotter here. It always does. Roasting here, yeah. What, Brianna? What's sad? Well, Ghost Magnet, come by more often, damn it. I'm usually on a little earlier, but I fell asleep tonight. It was warm, and also I was meditating on the storm. So, you know how I do weather working. I was doing some weather work, so I wasn't on earlier. Usually I'm on earlier. I'm on Monday, Wednesday. No, we didn't get damage. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Brianna. That's very sad. But I'm sure that she's doing fine where she is. As far as I know, we didn't take any damage here. I went out, I did my meditation. Fortunately, we haven't had any, how shall I say it, any serious damage to humans or livestock here due to tornadoes and stuff, or even any, really, in my area. Since I got here, we haven't had any, but I think that's got a lot to do with me being here. Ever since I moved here, it's been very safe here, even in spite of the fact that we have tornadoes. So I don't know. I haven't heard that we even took damage this time. So, now worldwide, it's nice you ask, because the same kind of intentions that we do for the weather, we can also do for stuff happening in the world. And right now we have a lot of really weird stuff happening in the world. Now that everybody is really sick to death of hearing about the Ukraine war and Putin, did you notice that? A lot of people are just not, they don't, it's almost like everybody said, all right, enough already. You know, we're not falling for it. We're not going to give you money. We're not giving you any more money over here in the U.S. And it's true. I mean, we're tired. We're tired of giving our money out, our taxpayer money, to people who are only gonna waste it on killing each other and other stupid stuff, you know? I mean, I think we've just had it. I mean, after the last administration, the majority of us have just had it. Okay, so now we got Israel and so-called Palestinians, which Palestine isn't even a country, by the way. That flag is the Hamas flag. Palestine is a name made up back in the last century for that area, okay? But they're not actually even an official country, I guess. This is what people who have been actually studying this have been telling us. So what is really going on here? Are they trying to suck us into something? Well, of course they are. Because if we spend all of our energy on the war, we're not going to get done what we need to get done in our country. And how is our president going to handle this? Like I said, I don't know the answer to that, but I know that Spirit knows the answer to that. So we need to keep it in the light, okay? We need to raise it up. We need to raise the frequency of it so that we are not adding to the confusion, you know? And we can do that. There's a lot that we can't. Okay, we cannot control every darn thing. You know, micromanage. However, we can help. That is not impossible at all. I've done enough of it. I can tell you, we are not powerless at all. Let me see if I can get something a little less, that kind of sounds stormy. Okay. Okay, that's a little better, I guess. Kind of wish. I got it. There's one. It's from the Sound Healers. Everything works out 1,000 times better than expected. I'll take that one. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Let's put that one on in the background. Okay. I'll take that. Everything works out. Oh, it sounds like rain. How amazing, it's raining. Okay, sounds like wind and rain. This is exactly... That's exactly what it sounds like in a tornado. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Brianna. Oh, okay, sweetheart. I want to thank you for coming in, honey. Did you subscribe? Are you subscribed? If not, please subscribe and like. That would help. Thank you. You're 8 1/2. Does that mean you're just a little over 8? I am actually, would you believe that I am a senior citizen now? I know, I don't have the gray hair, you know, I don't have a lot of gray hair. I don't look it, but I'm actually, I don't have the wrinkles and stuff, but actually I'm a senior citizen. I'm over 60. Yeah. But I'm never gonna look my age. Aw, thank you. Thank you, sweetie. Your phone doesn't allow that you can subscribe? That's too bad. But it's nice that you stopped by and shared your lovely energy. So I thought, what could I do? I could do some clearings. I could do intentions. And so anybody who hears this later can kind of chime in. When you replay this, you can add to the energy. So I'm going to do some clearings and intentions. And I wanted it to be click in, but StreamYard was giving me trouble. My gosh, it is so warm in here. I am going to have to turn on the AC at some point, probably. Wow. Poor little cowboy. Hey, Mr. Mission Control. Cowboy must not be enjoying it very much. Where is my little buckaroo? Where'd you go, baby? He just came in to say hi, I guess, to Uncle Crow. Isn't that funny how he knew you were on? Yeah, you just talked about him and he just walked right in and said a few words and then he took off. He's something else, that cat. He really is. The audio's popping a little. Well, good for you, because, you know, cats are cool. The internet is owned by kitty cats, I guess. Mr. Wonderful can mind read. I'm the ocean. I'm the ocean, Brianna. So right now I'm going to ask a few questions, and the way that we do this is a technique from access consciousness. And it's some of the techniques that they give away free, that they teach. They teach it for free. So I don't feel like I'm violating anything by using this technique to help. You're gonna get high? Okay. Yeah, the Egyptian cat goddess. Yeah, absolutely. Bastet. Oh, well, I had a dog too. But I like both of them. I like animals. I really like, I've had all kinds of pets. I've had pets of all kinds. Let's see. Cats, dogs, hamsters, guinea pigs, snake, bird, just rabbit, probably some other things I can't remember. Yeah. So I've had all kinds of pets, and I just like that. Don't forget to pass. What happened? Oh, he was flooding. It looked like he was flooding. Look, honey, it's okay that you like Trump. That's okay. But you can't flood, okay? If you like Trump, that's okay, but just say it once, and then, you don't have to say it 50 times. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, I really do. I think our relationship with animals says a lot about us. I really think differently of a person if they can't handle animals. If the animals don't like them, then I kind of wonder what kind of people they are. Because animals, they have instincts. Oh yeah, even insects, that's right. I did have a brown wolf spider at one point. I forgot about that one. I think it was a girl. I did have a big fuzzy brown wolf spider at one point. Yeah. Even trees and mushrooms, yes, of course. Of course. Come to think of that. And lightning bugs. I had one lightning bug that would always hatch somehow in my old place, and I'm kind of sorry it doesn't happen here, but in my old place I always had one lightning bug that would somehow show up in my place and fly around like he owned the place, and he was always big and healthy looking, and so he was very very beautiful, and I thought it was quite magical. So yeah, I did have a pet lightning bug. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, bunnies are like that. They really need to be... I almost think with bunnies, they need to be in a pen somewhere outside. Like in your garage, maybe in your heated garage or something. It's almost too much for a bunny to be in the house. I think it's too hard, unless you've got a great big house and a room that's kind of dedicated to that. Because we had a rabbit, and it's one of those creatures that just poops all over the place. They never really, it seems like they never get used to a box or anything. So they actually belong outside more, or maybe in a nice little protected hutch. Oh, so what's that, Mr. Control? Okay, hang on. Let me see what that is. Disgustipated. Is that when you're too tired to give a dookie? Okay, I will watch it later. Yeah, disgustipated sounds like you're too tired to give a duke. Oh, what the hell is going on here? Buffering, 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 buffering. Okay. Yeah, disgustipated to me has always been too tired to give a duke. Okay. Oh dear. Yeah. Oh, that's... Yeah, you gotta watch the sugar, Brianna. It's too much sugar isn't good. Matter of fact, I'm on a diet where I can't hardly even have any sugar. I'm on a low carb diet right now, and I'm feeling much better. Candy is really not good for you, although it tastes good. I have been keeping myself healthier by staying more away from it. I have a square of this dark high cacao chocolate a day. That's my chocolate. Oh, I didn't have it today though. But I did have some cacao milk I made some milk with cacao and stevia in it. So it didn't have any sugar and it was really good. I'm used to stevia now. It takes a little bit to get used to stevia when you mix it with chocolate. So, anyway, the way we do the intentions is I ask a question to bring up the energy, and you don't have to answer it. It's not really meant to be answered, it's meant to just bring up the energy. The second question will be, are you willing to uncreate and destroy all that? And if you are, you just answer yes, or you can type yes, or you can just give assent. And if so, it shall be done, okay? Oh, yeah, well, you know what? If you're going to drink milk, at least get the organic kind. At least get the organic kind. So that it doesn't actually hurt you. Okay? Because that's bad. FX tools. Oh, that looks like fun. Let me follow that link for a minute, and then I'll be back to looking at what you guys are saying. The reason I have this other device is because chat keeps freezing up over while I am streaming. YouTube is really bad for that. Really bad. Okay, I'm on some site. It looks like they have a spring. A recipe has shared with you what? What have you shared with me? Something. Oh, okay, it opened a tab. I see. Okay. We'll look at it later, a little bit later. Thank you. Now I gotta get back. Get back! Get back to where you once belonged. Oop, now it's not letting me get back. Get back, honky cat. Okay. Not now. Okay. Oh, good! You liked and subscribed. Thank you so much. That's so nice of you. Thanks, Mr. Mission Control. That's going to help a lot, I'm sure. That I'll be able to do some cool stuff with that. Yeah, well, that's the thing, is that I find that by poisoning myself less, I look younger and I look better. And I feel better. what I do have milk. I do have dairy. I do have meat. I do have some vegetables and fruit. Today, you know what? Today, come to think of it, I just had a couple of eggs, and one of them was a duck egg. And by the way, if you can get duck eggs, they're very good. Duck eggs are really good. And really, they were a big help that the farm sold duck eggs while, there was the big chicken holocaust that they had here to try and cut us off from our food supply. I mean, all of this stuff is, bring on Hunger Games, and we're just not going to have that, are we? We're not going to allow that. We're not going to allow that. Well, you know what, though? Is like, if you get pastured meat and free-range eggs and organic milk, right, exactly. See, he knows. He says, oh, hell yeah, Mom. That's all good stuff. Speaking of which, you're making me hungry. Meow. There he is again. See, there he is. I start talking about food. Hi, Hook. I start talking about food, good food. And there he is. He's right there. Meow. Yeah. You tell him all about it. You gonna tell him all about it, mister? I'm gonna turn it around so you can see. Whoops. Are you gonna stick around a minute so people can see you? So people can admire your loveliness, your handsomeness. Wait. Meow. Yeah, what are you talking about, baby? What you gonna tell us about? You gonna tell us something good? Meow. Good food? Milk? Eggs? You love your purpate. Yeah, he's like, he's heading over for the refrigerator. Oh my goodness. He's like, well, you're talking about all this good stuff, but I don't see you heading for the refrigerator. He's so cute. I just love him. He is. He's a cute boy. You can talk fluent, kitty. He's got a water tower. He's got a water tower, but it might actually need fresh water, though. Hello, Andrea. Big hug, sister, and aloha to all of you. My beloved Ohana, you are so sweet to come in and see me at this hour. This is late for me. I was off trying to mitigate a tornado. We had a tornado. Oh, I'm looking gorgeous. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, honey, because I was looking and going, whoa, I look a little windblown, but hey. Oh, yeah, he complains sometimes. And he hears me talking about his favorite stuff, and he comes and meows. He's like, oh, do you want to have a discussion about that? There he is again. You want to have a discussion? Meow. What do you want to have a discussion about? Come on up with Mom. You want to come up here on the arm of the chair? Come on, baby. You can come up. Meow. You don't know if you want to, because you're a cat. You don't know if he wants to. He's a cat. He might not. Oh, There he is. There he is, Mr. Wonderful. He made it up. He made it up to the arm of the chair. There he is. Ah, oh, a unicorn applicate. What's an applicate, honey? Oh, a baby girl blanket. Oh, you mean like a little shape to put on the blanket? You had a tornado there too? Are you okay? Everything okay over there? Yeah, we're gonna do some intentions to just help all this stuff. My baby boy right there. He's the baby. He knows he's my baby boy. He knows he's my co-host, a very important part of the show. I wonder where Chloe is. Your Aunt Chloe isn't here. She's going to be sad she missed you. Oh, it took all day? Yeah, it probably would. You gotta go. Well, it was nice seeing you, Brianna. You have a wonderful night, okay? And good dreams when you finally go to sleep. You have good dreams, sweetheart. I'm sure, let me see. You're such a nice young girl. Oh, I love the little pet in the picture there. He is looking very healthy, and from when I first got him, you wouldn't even hardly recognize him. When I first got him, he was extremely chunky, very slow moving, had great big mats in his back hair here. Nobody ever brushed them out. It was so sad. It was so sad. And, you know, I cannot stand to see a pet, an animal in that kind of condition. It just was horrible. They didn't know how to feed him. It was somebody who didn't know much about cats. They didn't know how to feed him. They didn't know how to take care of him. She was told to get a cat, that it would be good for her. But she'd never had a cat. It was very odd. And she was an older lady, so this was her first cat. So, poor guy, he was not in good shape when I got him. But now he's going from rags to, basically rags to being a internet star. There you go, and loved by many. A lot of people have seen his videos and thought he was adorable. So now he's got a lot of love and the right food. He eats mostly meat. Please feed your animals meat that eat meat, okay? I mean, dogs and cats, they need meat. They don't need peas and beets and all that plant stuff and chicken meal. You know what chicken meal is? Chicken meal is ground up feathers. It's just a filler. It's just a bulk filler. It doesn't add any kind of nutrition at all. It's just a filler to make you think you got something. And then they put other stuff in there, and that animal will eat. And like everything else, they want your animal to be sick, and they want him to be fat, and they want him to be addicted to the food. And once I got him off of the addiction, he started losing weight, he started being healthier, everything started to improve. And it's just like that with people too. Once you get them onto better stuff, better food, better conditions. You know, I combed all the mats out of his fur, and you know, bless his heart, bless his heart, this little guy was so brave. Getting those great big mats out of his fur. He didn't fight me one bit. He let me, I had to take one of these great big claw ones, to break through the mats. And I had to be careful that I didn't hurt him. But I knew I was pulling pretty hard on some of those mats to get him out. And this sweet little guy just let me do it. And he was purring the whole time because he knew I was taking care of him. I was showing him love. So, oh, okay, sweetie. Don't get in trouble. Please don't get in trouble. Yeah, fillers are really nasty. So, we have a very nice chance of things working out very well in this timeline. I mean, I can still see a bright future. I don't think we've come off the timeline track here. But I do think that we need to maybe put our shoulders in to be positive about a positive outcome. To, whatever help needs to be, lightning out there. Maybe more rain soon. To stay positive. It's really important to stay positive. Don't let things throw you. And there's going to be a lot of things that are going to make you emotional. Okay? That's going to be rough. But, you don't have to succumb to it. Yeah, some old love. Some love, good old love, right? Yeah, they do. They know when you're helping. They do know. So, another Tower of Babel. Yeah, another Tower of Babel. Yeah, it's interesting because it seems like we've got things that need, patterns that need broken. But I really think we're going to break them this time. We have, the way that I saw it, I'll explain how I saw it, okay? We actually had been put, sorry about that, folks. Whoa. We had been put on kind of a loop, okay? And that loop, that's trying to, come on, phone. Come on, you can do it. Come on, be good. Okay, hey, maybe I'll move you a little bit this way and then you can see my pretty backdrop there, too. I have this pretty background back here. So basically we have been on a loop. We have. But we came off the loop. We're off that loop now. It was like a big Mobius strip. This is the way they were showing it to me. It was like our times, our events and everything were on this big Mobius strip. But it was supposed to be a spiral. So the Mobius strip was disconnected at the correct place, and we had to wait until we got to the right place, and then reattached into the spiral, the upward spiral. So we're now on the upward spiral, but there are going to be some things every time we make a turn. We are going upward now. If you're on the upward path, I hope you are. And so we're going to see things like they were, but it's going to be in a higher octave. So we're We are moving up. It's not going to be exactly the same. We're going to have a chance to break free of the horrible Mobius strip we were stuck in. The reality where it was just more of the same and always in a loop and always just and no upward progress. So we are now progressing upward as far as I can tell. Oh no, you know what, Brianna, I'm alone right now with just my little cowboy. Just my little cowboy here and me, because I am older now and I don't have any family left. My family has passed on. It's kind of sad in a way, but you know, I know that they're okay on the other side. She's 8 years old. Brianna is a sweet 8-year-old girl, Lewis, so be nice. Yeah, we're heading back up, so don't worry about it. And I can see signs, okay? We have avoided some absolutely horrible fates. I hate to think of what's going on in the alternative universe, so to speak. You know, can you imagine? Every now and then I wonder what the other timeline would have looked like, and it's like, oh, holy God. No. So, yeah. Anybody who has, oh, and by the way, if anybody comes in and has a problem with the way I look or anything, they can F off. And I'm saying that gently. But, you know, just go ahead and time them out or whatever. I was going to move out when I was 18. Oh, I did. I did, sweetie. I moved out and I had at one point I had a place that was way out in the country, and it was so far out in the country that really it only had one main road. Oh, really? Yeah, well, I thought so. Pearl is a pretty name. And Brianna is a pretty name. Brianna was, let me see, Brianna was the goddess of the forge, I believe. Wasn't she Celtic goddess of the forge? And so it's a fiery name. That's okay, sweetie. It's a pretty name the way it is. Yeah, you know what? She's smart. Your mom is smart. You don't want to use a name that somebody could come and do you harm. And find you and do you harm. You don't want to do that. Oh, you dox yourself all the time. Zephyra Voxel. Oh, well, a Voxel is your name? Your real name is Zephyra Voxel? Wow, that's pretty cool. Oh, okay. Oh, you read tarot. Okay. Set aside. Well, that's a different name. I have never heard of that one. I never heard that one. Oh, your dad picked Brianna for you? What a lovely name. Zephyr is also really cool. I don't know what to think about a voxel. I don't know what that means, but... Santa thought I said it right! I said it right! Okay, I'm so thrilled. Yeah. You know what? We used to have a person who would come on here. I haven't seen him in a while, but then again, there's a lot going on in his area. He may be having some issues. And his name was Kustachin, Barry Kustachin. I guess I was the only one who ever said his name right. It was a native name. Kustachin. Hey, Desert Rose! Hi, Desert! Hello, Rose. How you doing? Becky is your mom's dad? Okay. Okay. I don't quite understand that, but okay. Hello. Yeah. So it's good to see you over here. I haven't seen you over here in ages. Actually, I'm pretty happy for the most part. I mean, my place is a nice place. I have a lot to do around here. I'm trying to get my packing boxes unpacked. And I have a lot of packing boxes still from when I moved. I have packing boxes that haven't been unpacked since I was at the place before the last. Because at the last place I didn't get a chance to unpack them. It was too small. So I'm finally seeing some clothes that I haven't seen in 20 years. And guess what? They're back in style. I got shoes and clothes that are so old that they're back in style again. You have got to know that that is weird. I'm thinking, okay. Half naughty and half nice. Well, I guess that works. Your phone died. Oh, dear. Yeah, plug that sucker in. So, yeah, I have clothes. I have unearthed clothes that are from the 60s, literally, and 70s. Would have to be 70s, right, 70s. I have some clothes that are from the 70s, packed away, that have been packed away all this time. And I'm like, holy cow. I should be giving these to the museum in town. They're so old. I mean, seriously, you know? It's like from the 70s. 30, 20. Yeah, they're vintage, aren't they? They're vintage clothes. Okay. So, well, it didn't quite die. It just kind of fainted. So, you know, I'm thinking about these clothes that I have, and I'm thinking some of them I should do something with. I mean, one of them, I mean, they're tie-dye and stuff. I mean, some of the original tie-dyes from back then, and of course, you know, I was in I have told you I was in high school when the shootings happened here. So, I wasn't quite in college yet. It was something else, but yeah, the clothes come from back at that time. Oh dear, that is sad. That is sad, Brianna. You have a pair of jeans from high school? Yes. Yeah. Isn't that bizarre? Ah. He's the cutest terrorist. I know. You know what? I saw a video about the black-footed, I think it was the black-footed African cat, and they're only 13 inches tall, but they are literally the deadliest predator on the planet. And I'm like, whoa! They have a very high metabolism and they've got to eat all the time. So they hunt all the time. And apparently they have a 60% success rate, which is higher than any other predator. You gotta hand it to them. Small but mighty. And they're so cute though. They look like little house cats. They're adorable. But apparently they are deadly. So, you know, I'm like, gosh, we live with these creatures all the time, you know, and they're our sweet little pets, but we forget. You know, they got like 18 little razor blades on their feet in the form of claws, and, you know, they got these sharp teeth, and they got this elastic spine. And a great sense of balance, right? They can climb like nobody's business. They can jump like nobody's business. We're lucky that we're not on the menu. If we were, you know, I mean, in places where the big cats are, sometimes we are, and that's not, you know, yeah, you know, scary. But yeah, it's hard to imagine that something that's only 13 inches tall can even be that way. But yeah, they're the biggest, they're the most successful predator. Weird, huh? Tulip legs. Talk your mom out of her old bell bottoms. It's hard to give up your bell bottoms. It's really hard, isn't it, Rose? Tulip legs. Yeah. Yes, the most adorable little deadly predators. Just amazing, aren't they? And these are like little tiny danger kitties that can actually devastate a place. I unfortunately gave up my favorite pair. Doggone. I gave up my favorite pair. And I'm sorry now that I did. But yeah, I had some very nice, what I've got right now, some of it I can still wear. I can still wear the tie-dye dresses because they're the knit kind, you know, made out of the t-shirt material. So I can actually still wear them. I can put them on. But I don't fit into my jeans anymore from then. I did again at one point. I did lose enough weight to fit into them again at one point, but then I gained weight again when I got sick. Oddly enough, when I got sick, I gained a bunch of weight because I wasn't moving around enough. Yeah, we do have stormy around here, but it's just, that is, a background. Maybe I should turn it down a bit. Is it loud? Is it too loud? Because, here, I'll turn it down to 22. It is, what I am playing is everything works out 100,000 times better. No, 1,000,000 times better. Everything works out 1,000,000 times better. That's what this file is. And it's from, here, let me favorite it, in fact. It's really nice. It kind of looks like a wormhole. It looks like you're traveling through a wormhole. Let's see if I can show you. It's from the Sound Healers. Here, I'll turn this around and see if I can show you what it looks like. Maybe I can just, then I can't tell if it's working or not. Whoa, hang on. Hang on. There, that's what it looks like. It's kind of cool, actually. I actually fall asleep during storms. And by the way, over there is my salt lamp. So you got a Himalayan salt lamp. Down there is the video, and then I'll show you over here too. I have a really nice, it's not shown up too well in the lighting, but I have a beautiful watery scene over there, and then over there is my grow light. So, and then behind me is my, camera work is top notch around here. And then over here is my beautiful tree of light. So, anyway, okay, I turned it down a little bit. It doesn't need to be down any further. I could turn it down further. Is it okay? The 2 stars. 2 stars. Where were they? Where were the stars, honey? Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can't really wash them, honey. You can't really. They're not really meant to be washed. Oh, they're up in the sky now. I don't know. I don't know that well. I don't know that much about that. Did I just mess my hair up? Probably. Because it's a little itchy. I'm a little bit sweaty. I don't know. I thought you meant something in here. I think I've collected about 5 of them now. Oh, well, I was in a storm earlier. Yeah, they do. They get dusty, and it is hard to clean them. It is. And then they, if you're in a kind of a dusty area, they will get a layer of dust over them, and that is hard to get off of them. And they do dissolve when you try to clean them, if you try to clean them with water. Yeah, I agree. They can be hard that way because the whole idea is they mitigate the air through that process of evaporation, and so they keep gathering water, and then it evaporates, and if it contains dust, it's going to be all over your Himalayan salt lamp, and that's the only problem with them. Yeah, but you can't really, and that is the thing, they're not really made to be washed. So I don't know how to clean them either very properly. I am not quite sure how you know what, somebody's probably made a YouTube video about it. Jupiter and Venus, Regulus and Mars. Oh, Regulus and Mars. Oh, okay. Yeah, Regulus is, Regulus? Really? Seriously? Yeah, Mars has just moved into a sign. Jupiter is going into Capricorn. That should make things a little better. Like I said, you guys, we really need to focus on making sure, every day when you get up, please put a little bit of energy towards helping things go the right way, because right now we're really we're at kind of a critical time this summer. Now, a lot of this, remember what we've been told, though. There isn't one thing that's going on that isn't planned. Okay, everything is planned out. I mean, the No Kings came at the time it did for a reason. Somebody planned that. Somebody planned for it to come up the same time as the Israel thing. So, yeah. Mars is in Virgo, oh dear. That's not good. Yeah, that's not going to be comfortable. Okay, I've got it saved. Okay. No wonder why. That's what I'm saying. We have really got to intend that things work out in a good way. Yeah, and I have Aries rising, so it's okay. Regulus. Now, I don't know what the meaning of Regulus is. What is the meaning of Regulus? It's not a planet, it's a star, isn't it? Yeah, it's a star. So, yeah, that would be different from a planet. I have never heard of any meaning to Regulus, though. So maybe you can tell me. Okay. Well, I've got that saved, so I will have to check into that and see what it is. Oh, by the way, have you heard yet? The theory of the Big Bang has got a big time contender now. The latest theory is no, we didn't start with a Big Bang. We are actually inside a black hole. And our whole universe is in a black hole. Already got swallowed by a black hole. And that explains that supposedly that explains a lot. But well, thank you. Right now, I think it's important that we keep our own frequency up so that we stay in the upward progression. However, as long as you stay with Mother Earth right now, she's going to drag us right along with her. The ascending Mother Earth is going to take us along. So, the Big Bang was just when I got really pissed one day. Okay, yeah, me too, yeah. Dragon ass. Okay. Oh, jeez. Oh, okay. Oh, that's another thing that I'm hearing, and I don't know if I've talked to you guys about it. I'm hearing that we are exchanging suns now. That it's a new age, we get a different sun. There is an entity behind the sun, you know. There is a personality, a being that is the sun, you know, that is behind the sun. And that being is going to retire for a while now. It's going to take a break. And we're going to have a different sun. In my opinion, we've already got one. Okay? But that's the way that it's been explained to me. And this sun, I guess we're in the changeover period right now. And the new sun is going to be female, whereas the other one was male. The new sun will be much more about nurturing and will eventually there'll come a time when the sun won't be burning us. So it's going to be much more nurturing time that we're going into. So we'll probably be able to advance rather quickly and see all of the wonderful bright things that we have foreseen fairly quickly once the process is in place. So right now we're in transition with everything. And you know what? My own life, I find that my own life is also reflecting this. Because my own life has so many transitions going right now. I'm going from one helper to another helper. I'm gonna meet my new one Sunday, and she may only be temporary or she may be permanent. We don't know yet, but I think she may be temporary, because I think Yolanda will be back. Yolanda has decided. Well, every time she goes on vacation home, she says she's going to just stay there. She's worried about her mom, so I put her mom in my prayers. Her mom is old and sick now, and she's worried about her mom. Coley's butt. A Coley's. No, not beaming rays of lava. Yeah, supposedly it's going to be much more nurturing. So much more yang sun than the male sun, which was, much more yin than yang, or yan than yang. How do they say that? However they say that. I had some weird Mandela effects. I've been having weird Mandela effects, by the way. Anybody else having them? Oh, Hook, you know what? I didn't think mine was going to either, but now I think I probably am because, but I have noticed I cannot get away with any shenanigans, okay? I have to eat healthy. I have to have non-poisoned food, okay? I have to have safe food. And by that I mean, the meat's got to be pastured from the farmer. The eggs have got to be from the free-range chickens. Or I notice the milk's got to be the organic milk. The vegetables and fruits cannot be the GMO. Or I notice it. It makes a big difference. I have, the only thing I've managed to eat that I know has got to be altered has been the watermelon. The seedless watermelon. Well, it does have some seeds. It does actually even have some black seeds. But, yeah, that's the only thing. I know the watermelons have been messed with, but somehow it doesn't bother me. But I gotta even be careful with bread. I can hardly have bread anymore. So I'm having to be very careful, and I really gotta be careful with sugar. If I have something sugary, oh my God, now. Oh, very bad. I really notice, I really feel crummy the next day. Let me see. Oh dear, I'm sorry to hear that. I used to have that too. I have that problem when I'm nervous, when I'm dreading things, when I'm overwhelmed. My stomach, even though I know I'm going to be okay, my stomach doesn't know it, and it gives me problems. Not only that, but, right, I can hardly eat bread. Yeah, I am so fortunate. We have Amish down the way here. Sugar can't, well, see, you're getting the same thing. A lot of us are getting that. We cannot poison ourselves anymore. Our bodies are just saying, hell no, we are not taking that. We are not taking the poisoning. And unfortunately, some of our favorite stuff is not good for us. I'm continuing with my bone broth from my hormone-free rotisserie chicken. Me and Cowboy loves his bird meat. He loves being on a mostly meat diet. His diet is now a little bit of crave kibble that's mostly meat, and perpite, which is bird meat. He loves it. I make the perpite fresh, So, yeah, he adores that. He's so happy. It's like you give a kid ice cream when I give him perpite from the fridge. But I can't have bread anymore. Yeah, isn't that weird? We got all of these people that are acting so high and mighty because they're vegan or whatever. I call them vegan Nazis, but, and actually I'm having trouble with plants. Eggs and milk I can have. I can have eggs, milk, and meat. I have to be very careful what plants I consume. It's weird. I just have to be real selective. I can have some cabbage. I can have some lettuce. I found I can have romaine lettuce. That's okay. I can have some cabbage. I can have some fruit. I can have bananas, stuff like that. I can have peanut butter if it's real peanut butter. I can't have the stuff that says it's real peanut butter. I just got a jar of this stuff that's supposed to be natural peanut butter with nothing but peanuts in it. Oh my God, the aftertaste is horrible, and it's really got a lot of oil in it. I am not sure that they're being honest about what's in there. I think maybe the oil's gone rancid. I can't eat it, but there is a place that makes fresh peanut butter. I mean, they literally take the peanuts and it goes into a machine and it spits out peanut butter right in front of you, and Paul picks it up for me. Very sweet of him. Yeah, Desert Rose, isn't that weird? Yeah. Oh, UFO activity, yeah, we have that. We have that in Ohio all the time. Oh, butter lettuce is yummy, isn't it? Yes. Yeah, I can have some lettuce. That works. Mary wins. Hi there, babe. How you doing? It's a jolly holiday with Mary. Oh, I think we lost Brianna. Yeah. Yeah, we don't see enough of you. Yes, we love our hook, and don't you forget it. And we love Mary, and we love Rose, and we love everybody. I'm glad you found your way over. I think maybe Brianna had to go to bed. You're lonely. Yeah, I understand that. I am too. It is kind of lonely here. There aren't very many people like me. Although, I have got to tell you, eventually it's going to get whittled down to where there are mostly people like us. That's all that's going to be left. Oh, help babysit. Well, if things go right, I may have a tendency to go somewhere I may have a chance to go somewhere this weekend, but I haven't heard yet if it's really a go or not. So hopefully I will be going somewhere this weekend. Tomorrow I get to go shopping for a little while. Tomorrow's also my helper's last day here before she goes home, for hopefully just for a while. Oh dear. Wow, that's something. Well, I think it's more than being lonely for people. It's more like you're lonely for the right kind of intellectual stimulation. You know, it's more like, do you have an adult to talk to that actually understands what you're talking about? And when you're people like us, there aren't enough of them. We don't have enough of them around. So it is kind of hard sometimes to find somebody that you can actually vibe with. We've got to change that. How about if we do an intention to change that now? What attitudes, opinions, and judgment? I'm going to do a clearing right now. What attitude, opinion, and judgments do we have? And remember, you don't have to answer this, is to bring up the energy. The one that you answer will be the next one, the one about, do you want to uncreate and destroy this? Okay, so what attitudes, opinions, and judgments do we have? That we're just too weird and nobody's going to like us. or also maybe that there's just nobody like us to talk to around us. Because there's got to be somebody, right? Something like that. What, that we're alone in the world somehow, that we're just stuck being alone, okay? Because we know there's got to be some people like us, because people are waking up in droves. So there's got to be some people that we can be friends with and actually have good relationships with. So all of this stuff about loneliness and not being able to find good people to hang out with, let's uncreate and destroy that, okay? All of our attitudes that's got to be the way it is, because it doesn't have to be that way. Okay, and if you agree that you want to uncreate and destroy the loneliness thing, then just say yes or type yes. And I'm going to do the clearing statement now. Okay, I now uncreate and destroy all of that loneliness stuff, all of that even feelings of abandonment I'm getting. Some people feel like they've been abandoned by society. Okay, that too. I now clear all that. I now uncreate and destroy it. Times a godzillion, times a godzillion. Good and bad, right and wrong, puck and putt, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. Whoa. What else? Yeah. Okay. This is what I'm being led to say. If you want to follow me on this, you guys know how to do this. Make yourself, you know how to bubble up. You know how to make yourself this bubble of light, right? Let it come right from the middle on out. Because you know that you are light. You are light. And now, I want you to expand yourself. Expand yourself and know that this light that you are is protecting you, is also enriching and protecting the area around you. You're quieting down many, there are many frightened people out there that need your light, okay? There are many panicky people out there that need your light right now. And you are the beacon of light. So let yourself expand and don't fear. The light will protect you. And just let it expand outward and outward and outward. And you'll be able to feel it. Realize that you're bigger than any problem. You're bigger than any of the situations in the world right now. Your light is bigger because you are a conscious being. You have that spark of God in you. And that makes you bigger than the world. And by the world, I don't mean the earth. I mean the world. There's a difference. The earth is a planet with a personality. And by the way, our dear planet, send her some love. Yes. Send her some love. Dear Mother, you've been so good to us, to take us along with you on your journey. Thank you so much for all your love and support all these years. And also up to all of the heavenly bodies, the sun, the moon, the planets, everything. Yes, we extend the light to you too. Because you've helped us learn lessons that we wouldn't learn otherwise. And that's one of the reasons, it's probably the main reason we came here, is to learn some things, right? The Earth School. So thank you for the lessons. Now we want to move on to happy things. We want to go into the happy things. But thank you so much for all you've done. I mean, to the sun for giving light to the world so that we can have our life here. We wouldn't have life without it. Even to the moon, that if you didn't spin the tides, there wouldn't have been life on Earth. And everybody who had an influence. Because we know that the stars and the sun and the planets and everything, they have spirit behind them. They're a part of creation. They're a part of God too. So, want to be thankful. And gratitude can cancel a lot of negative stuff, okay? If you can somehow stay in gratitude and be grateful for what you do have, you can get more. You will start to receive more of what you are grateful for. And you put that intention out, you put that aura out. Now, I would like to see that for everybody on this planet. I would like to see them all be in gratitude that they're on a lovely planet, that they have a safe home. We know there are places where it isn't that way, but I want to envision it that way for their sake too, because what happens to any of us happens to all of us. So everybody, what I envision for you is a happy, safe, and loving place that you can call home, with loving people that would never intentionally hurt you. And anybody who's antagonistic to that, well, I guess you have another timeline you can go on. If you really enjoy that, you have a choice to be on the other timeline. So this is the one I'm on. And I'm not giving up, because I could have given up 1,000 times, but it's not happening. I'm not going to give this up. This is what I'm here for. I came here for these times, and doggone it, I'm going to get the job done, whatever the job is. Okay? I'm going to get it done. That's right. And it's going to be beautiful. Let's see what chat is doing. Ooh, white, pink, and purple. There you go. You can just have the printer machine print all the yarn you want. Good for you, Rose. Yeah, I do too. I watch sometimes tutorials on YouTube. See if there's anything interesting to try. People's eyes are getting open, though. It may be a little different when you go home. You know what? Some people do, and actually, I understand that. Nearly how? Oh, Oahu, but your relatives are on Nearly how. No, me either. Me either, but I just got a feeling like I got a purpose here. You know, I feel like I haven't quite finished, and I want to finish what it is I'm doing here. Oh, really? Kumihimo? I don't know what that is, but Hook might. I have never been to Hawaii. I kind of wish I could see it. Yeah, I hope one day we all get to meet. You know what? That's great, because at least Oprah won't be buying up any territory there, huh? Are you from, Zephyr, are you from, or Becky, are you from, Hawaii? Oh, yeah, me, I have been to Canada, and I have been to the Bahamas. That's about it. Uh, so I guess I have been out of the country in a few ways, a few times. I certainly, I didn't really like being on the islands. There had been a storm came through and had destroyed a bunch of these sites. And it seemed like as soon as you get off the boat, everybody just has their hand out and wants a lot of money from you because you're a tourist and they want money. So I didn't really enjoy my trips to the islands that much. It was just, and I got my wallet stolen and different stuff. I got a lot of stuff happen there. I didn't really like it. I liked being on the ship. That was fun. Yeah, Lemurian energy. Yeah, I actually like the Lemurian stones better too. I got my Azestulite on, by the way. I'm kind of getting used to the energies of the Azestulite. Well, you know what, Hook? There's been so many problems with airplanes. I'm wondering if people have stopped flying as much. If they don't need to fly, maybe they're not flying because there have been so much trouble with aircraft that, frankly, I wouldn't be taking a. Oh, wow! What the hell? I just got zapped when I said that. Yeah, we've been having the electricity anomalies around here. The electricity stuff the electrical stuff has all been acting kind of funny. The electronics. So what just happened to me is I'm sitting here and I have a little shiatsu massager on my chair. It's off. But it just turned on for a moment there and got me in the back. It really surprised me. Yeah, just like zip. So something's up. Oh, seeing the manta rays. Yeah, that would be fun. Oh dear. You lived outside the plot once and the house burnt down twice. Oh, that's sad, Zephyr. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah, the blinking streetlights and the weird electronic stuff. I have shorted out like about 4 or 5. I love these little self-stirring coffee cups because it does the stirring so much more thoroughly than I can do it, right? Because I like to make my cacao powder stuff and my mushroom coffee and so on and so forth in those cups. And they will go by themselves. They will either turn on by that, but it just did it again today. one of the cups that wasn't working, it's not working, it's not paying any attention to me when I try to turn it on. It turned itself on for a while today. So I've got things all over the place going on and off without me doing it. So you know that we've got electrical stuff going on. And we also had I can tell because the clock is blinking, we must have had a power out that I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice it. Oh, you shut down the street? I knew somebody who used to do that all the time. Yeah. Well, there are some people too that they cannot stand too close to a register, a cash register. When they're checking out, they have to stand back because otherwise they'll F up the cash register. Oh boy. What? Huh? Woo Riders. I've been trying to keep an eye on that, but what's going on? 30,000 pound bunker busters? Oh no. Oh dear. Oh yeah, wearing watches. Yeah, that's another one. I don't wear watches. Woo, are you telling me that we launched something? Are we now in it? And it's not just that they're using our stuff? Oh, God help us. Oh. I have been asking for, please, the highest and best. The highest and best. Yeah, it looked like it was going to happen, didn't it? Oh no. That's funny, Zephyr. Crowbar sing. So basically, I'm sitting here pretty much thinking about how does this work out to where we don't have the whole world involved in a conflict. Is there any way we can do that? Yeah, you know what? I used to do that too. I could always, somehow I could time them so they would always be green when I get there. You touched a lamp the other night. I'll just be sitting here and this lamp will go on. It's really, really interesting. And usually it's telling me to pay attention. Like it happened just before I saw that craft outside my window. Yeah, it's really hot here too. I'm actually glad for the rain. It cooled it off a little bit. Yeah, it's too hot here too. It really is. I'm gonna have to put some air conditioning on. I hate that. Because it gets you used to the cold. Then you go outside and it feels that much. 86 degrees. Yeah, it's in the 80s here. Whoops, what happened? Zephyr's comment got deleted somehow. Be careful, folks. Yeah. What? What are you talking about, Hook? That doesn't even sound decent. Yeah. Oh, crispy. They say crispy. Okay. I've heard of that. I heard it's very addictive. Yeah, you know what? I used to have the worst trouble with watches. I just could not keep them. Fortunately, I have a phone now, but you know what? I don't keep my phone too near me. I have a holder for my phone that holds it out like this. That's what this thing is that it's on now, that it's setting on, that goes around your neck. Because if I spend too much time too near my phone, it goes kind of nuts. Oh, it's not violent. That's good. Maybe that's one of the reasons it's addictive, is because people need something that's not violent. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's a Where's Waldo type game. Okay. Mm-hmm. I have one that I play. It's something about kings, kingdoms, something. I forget what it's called. But it's mostly just, you know, you're matching things, you're breaking things, you're, you know, freeing trapped animals, and then every now and then the king has a nightmare and you've got to save him before he dies inside the nightmare. And that one I like pretty well. It's pretty cool. But it's not really very violent. Yeah, back in the day when I didn't even have a TV. Well, look, if it isn't Scott Tay dragging his butt in. I'm gonna spank you, Scotty. You freak. Scotty, you freak. He enjoys that. Of course you do. He's the ladies' man type, you know. He loves all the women. I wish Dolly would show up, though. I miss Dolly. And she's not around. She's funny. Not the rest of y'all ain't. Ah, ah, you guys are funny. Wow. How about Kami Lala? uh, obviously he was. Up, raining again. Here we go. You know, it's funny because here in Kent, we have a siren that goes off on Wednesdays. Okay? And this siren goes off every single freaking Wednesday. And it goes off in the morning and in the evening. And it's for a tornado. And I remember when I first got here saying, well, what if there's a tornado on a Wednesday? We'd never pay any attention because, you know, we're used to this going off on a Wednesday. Well, you know, it would go off at like, I forget, in the morning and in the evening. I don't even hear it anymore. I had to sit here and really go, because I saw the warning on the phone, and go, oh yeah, I do hear the siren in the background. Oh, I was totally ignoring it because it was Wednesday, and they always have a siren on Wednesday, but it was at the wrong time. So it's like, oh, we must really have a tornado. Ah, see what the crying wolf thing does? I do not get that. Why do they have to test it twice every single freaking Wednesday? Because I lived for a while, like right near that thing. It's right beside the school too. I lived right near a school. And that was so loud, and they had to blare it twice on Wednesday. Well, if you tested it once, isn't that enough of a test? I mean, you'd think, I got cowboy hair all over my face, doggone it. But you'd think that's enough of a test, right? You test it once. What, most places test it, what, once a month at the most? Here they test it twice a day on Wednesday. Every single week. What do they think this is going to do? It's really damn... Oh, there it goes. My massage cushion is just started by itself, and it's giving me a back rub. But it's slower than usual. That's bizarre. Pahana? Yeah, where is Chloe? Chloe didn't show up this time. Well, I used to be maybe 10 or 20% scotch, but I quit drinking. Nah, that's a joke. You know, I knew somebody and they're passed now, so she must be laughing when I tell this. But she used to say, I have so much THC, because she smoked like all the freaking time. And she said, I probably have so much THC stored up in me that you could probably render down and get everybody in Kent high for a long, long time. Oh, wait. Hi. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? Okay, maybe not. Maybe not so much fun. But I'm back. Ha! And so you're back from outer space. And I walk in to find you here with that sad look upon your face. I should have changed that stupid lock and made you give me back the key. If I thought for just 1 second you'd be back to bother me. Now go, walk out the door, turn around now. You're not welcome anymore. Weren't you the one that tried to hurt me with goodbye? You think I'd crumble? You think I'd lay down and die? Oh no, not I. I will survive. Just as long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive. 'Cause I got all my life to live. I got all my love to give. I'll survive. I will survive. Hey, hey. Anyway. Mutual mistrust lost my behind. Mutual mistrust lost my behind. In between what I find amusing and love is so confusing. Only 1/32 Shepherdek. Shepherdek. It's the first time I've heard that. I'm only a little Shepherdek. Oh my goodness, are you Shepherdek? Are you sure? Can I catch it? I can buy my own flowers. Oh yeah, a heart of glass. Once I loved and it was sublime. Soon find out I was losing my mind. Seems like the real thing only to find. Mutual mistrust lost my behind. Oh, okay. Yeah, it is Friday. No, wait a minute. It's not Friday. It's not Friday. It's only Thursday. Sephardic. 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 Okay, what does it mean? Yeah, it was hump day. Now it's Thursday. It's Thursday. Oh. It's still humpy day. I do the Humpty Hump. I do the Humpty Hump. Of course, if Scotty has it to say it, he would say Chef Hard Dick, right? Well, you know, I could go for that. A Chef Hard Dick. Yeah. A guy that cooks and is good at making love. I could go for that. Yeah, to Scotty, every day's hump day. He's like, dudes, why do you just try and keep it to one day? That's ridiculous. It should be every single damn day. Oh, you got one. Huh? The speed hump signs. Ah! Ah! Oh, jeez. I just knocked the camera again. Speed humping. That's a thing. You guys, it's better when it gets a little slower, okay? I mean, speed humping can be a little too much. I kind of like it to go a little slower. We call him tripod. Anyway, put your eye out. You guys are so... Yeah, we're all sick. You're all so sick. You're all sick. No, you're not. You're all healthy. You're all well. So anyway, Wu is telling us that we have the U.S. is now involved in a conflict. Please let it come out. Okay, I cannot. I just cannot. Well, we didn't tell you, Scotty. Well, yeah, and if you are really well adjusted to a world that's really effed up, is that really well adjusted? I mean, you know, people who are very well adjusted to an effed up world are kind of maladjusted, wouldn't you say? I'm not crazy, I'm just a little unwell. I know right now you can't tell. You guys are something else. You know what? Yeah, what? There were other songs like that too. I'm not sick, but I'm not well. And I'm so hot 'cause I'm in hell. Dum da 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 dum dum bum. Oh my goodness. Flagpole sitter. Hmm. Look how limp my hair is. My hair is limp because of the way the weather is, but that's okay. Yeah. Hi, Suzantha. How you doing? Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah, I gotta try calling Scotty at some point. I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting we're not in love anymore. I keep forgetting. Oh, well, thank you, Zephyr. I'm actually working on my energy a lot because I know I keep feeling like everything that we do, we're actually doing it for the whole world, you know? Every little bit of light we add, every little bit of healing we do, even on ourselves, because I think a lot of times we forget ourselves. We forget that we're part of the world. Let's see, I am in Ohio, so let me look at chat. Oh, you're off today. Oh, good for you. Where are you from? Kentucky Fried Movie? Got it! Holy crap! Okay, this is getting annoying. You're not allowed. Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff. I know we're okay. I saw on Mr. BBB's channel we have got sunspot aiming right at us. We've got a very high chance of X-class flares. And you know what those do? We always feel them. I do. I certainly always feel them. I'll probably become a total airhead again. I just got out of being an airhead. I was an airhead for a while, and now I just got back from that, and now we're probably going to go back into being an airhead again. Oh my goodness. Wow. Never. Never. I can't remember daggone. I gotta watch it anyway. Everything keeps changing. Everything is changing. What? I guess Susantha wants to know. Susantha, where are you from? Am I a robot? No, I don't think so. Sri Lanka, hi. I have absolutely no idea what things are like in Sri Lanka. I'm in Ohio. I'm all the way in Ohio in the United States, which is in the northeast of the United States. I'm up by the Great Lakes. Up by the Great Lakes Triangle. It's like the Bermuda Triangle, it's just with lakes. Ah. So basically, I ended up in Ohio again. Ohio is where we have hot and cold running phenomena all the time. There's something up in our skies like most of the time, okay? If I point my camera up at the sky a lot of times and just snap away, I will quite often come up with having something in the sky that is unusual, and so Ohio is just one of those type places. You're cheap, but you're not easy. Oh, that's just Scotty. That's just Scotty. Pay no attention. He does that kind of thing. He wants all the girls to call him. I think you're crazy. I really get way too many junk calls. Eight 8675309. 8675309. Jenny. That's right, everybody knows Jenny's number. Although you have no area code, so you know that song was a while back, right? Oh, there's no area code. That was a long time ago. Oh yeah, Jenny from the block. Take care. Okay, are you leaving, Susantha? You have a nice day, if so. In Sri Lanka. It must be... I wonder what time it is in Sri Lanka. Does anybody know what time it is in Sri Lanka? Yeah, that'd be... Oh, now you live in Dubai. Oh, we know somebody who lives, don't we? We know. Doesn't Alex live there? Alex lives there. Alexander. Well, thank you, sweetheart. I'm so glad you came by. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family, Becky. Oh, 10:10 in Sri Lanka. Isn't that interesting? How cool. It's 1:45 here. 1:45 about. Ten, how interesting. We're in 10:10 time. You know what, though? It is 1:45 for goodness sake. I've been on a while. If you guys are hanging on, I'll hang on a little bit, but honestly, I gotta do some shopping tomorrow, so I gotta get a little sleep. I'm going shopping tomorrow. I got a really big day, extended day. Although, sitting here in the chair just talking to y'all isn't too taxing. Jenny, Jenny, who can I turn to? We got Jenny from the block. Wow. Oh, Jenny is her cat, by the way. Jenny from the block is a kitty cat that the cat distribution system bestowed upon Hook. Oh, you come to go shopping with me tomorrow. We have some nice places here, but I'm not going to go to the farmer tomorrow. I already got my stuff from the farmer, got my eggs and my meat. And tomorrow I'll just go out and be getting, like, milk. I'll be getting milk and Milk and cream, mostly. A couple of things like that. I don't need that much to be happy, you know? Anymore. There's so few things I can eat anymore. I mean, it really saves a lot of time. All I go in and I get milk and I get cream and I get meat and and that's it. You know, I don't get a whole lot of other stuff. I don't get any of the pre-made stuff. Sometimes I'll pick up something like rice or macaroni or lettuce or fruit, but you know, watermelon. I love watermelon. Oh my goodness, I've been eating so much watermelon. All I had, in fact, today, what's Lalo? All I really had today was eggs and bacon. I had my eggs and bacon this morning. Duck egg. I like duck eggs. Really big yolks in the duck eggs. And the yolk is where the nutrients mostly are. And the bacon is the uncured bacon, because the curing process is nasty, actually. And hi, Cole. Oh, that sounds fun. Sounds delicious. See, I still have got to call Scotty sometime. Anyway, yeah, you know, it's actually kind of nice in a way. I don't have to buy much. I go to a store and I buy what? Bananas. I go to like Aldi's and I buy like bananas. And coffee maybe at Myers. Sometimes I get some kefir. I don't really buy a whole lot anymore. You know, I make most of my stuff, so I don't really buy very much. I got some lion's mane mushrooms they had for sale at Myers. Now you can actually get lion's mane mushrooms there. Butterfish. Butterfish sound good. How do you make butterfish? Sounds good. I like food. I like seafood. Oh, it's a type of fish. I see. It's a certain type of fish. I have some shrimp up there. I can make some shrimp tomorrow. Maybe I'll find something to go with the shrimp. Yeah, you know what? When I go to the Chinese buffet, I pile all the seafood on my plate. I don't hardly get anything else. I get all the seafood and some fruit. Everything with seafood in it. Uh-huh. So I'm getting all the shrimp and mussels and salmon. They have salmon there. They have good salmon there. And so I'm getting shrimp and mussels and salmon and whatever fried fish they have. And they don't have any. I used to eat a lot of baby octopus, though, when I went to the sushi places. I loved baby octopus. Sadly, it was my favorite. Yeah, and mussels. I love mussels. And my favorite, crab rangoon. I love crab rangoon. And coconut shrimp. Ooh. Coconut shrimp. Haven't had lobster in so long. Lobster is like out of my range right now. Yeah, salmon. They always have to. I love going there because they have all my favorite seafood. They have, yeah, coconut shrimp is one of my favorites. They have all kinds of shrimp. They have the salad type shrimp. They have shrimp in, I guess it's like chow mein or something, chop suey, some kind of thing. And then they have it in coconut shrimp. They have different mussels. They have stuffed mushrooms. Oh man, I love stuffed mushrooms. Stuffed mushrooms are wonderful. They have yeah, what they call seafood casserole. And something that I like, spinach casserole. Which not everybody likes, but I love it. It's got a lot of cheese in it. And let's see. And then they got all kinds of fruit. It's really good, actually. They got bourbon chicken. You know, they got General Tso chicken. General Tso chicken. And then they have crab rangoon pockets. Oh my goodness, I love crab rangoon pockets. Those are so good. Now I'm hungry. Cut it out. I gotta say, I had a wonderful, wonderful dinner last time. And then they have ice cream. They have different flavors of ice cream, and I'm a little kid there, and I get ice cream. I get like 3 flavors of ice cream. I haven't been red lobster in so long, I don't even know when the last time was. I don't go to those places much. I'm really picky about where I go to eat now because you know what? There's a lot of places that I can't take what's in their ingredients. They have weird ingredients, you know? Odd that the only places I seem to be able to eat is Chinese food. Because the one place is a place where you can like see them cook it. So I feel pretty good about that. And I've never gotten sick from any of their stuff. Their stuff has been fine. And you can really see them make it. They make it fresh. You know. So I really like that. And then at the other place, you can also get Mongolian barbecue. At the buffet. So you got everything, you know. You can have everything you want. At one place, it's like all the seafood plus Mongolian buffet, so you can have, you know, the beef and the chicken and the whatever. And they also have sushi. So it's like, I love going there. And we have so much wrapped up in eating and food. You know, it would be really hard to like not eat. To have a life. Some of these breatharians where they don't eat. They just take in light and air. Wouldn't that be different? You know, I suppose it keeps them from ever being able to... It gives them some pretty phenomenal superpowers. But, I guess the one that Paul knew who was a breatharian, he really was a breatharian. He really is, still is. He's still around and he's walking barefoot across Africa. Mm-hmm. You know, I hear the more dates you eat, the more dates you get. I don't know if they were talking about fruit. Yeah, I wondered about that too. Are some people here just to be foodies? Wouldn't that be something? Some people incarnate all the way back here just to be foodies. Yeah, man, it's like I miss the food there. They had good food, damn it. You know, I mean, the southern cooks are good. I'll tell you where there's some good food around. In the United States, down south. Uh-huh. New Orleans, wow. They got some good food in New Orleans. New Orleans has some of the best food. And music. Good music, too. I remember when I was out there on the square, eating my dinner. You could get a whole seafood dinner from the Kroger supermarket. And it was excellent. It was an excellent dinner. Especially for the price. You know, it was only like $5, $6 for a whole seafood dinner. It was excellent. You know, you'd go somewhere else and at that dinner, that if you went to like a Red Lobster or something around here, you'd be paying like $20 for it. You go down to New Orleans, you get the same dinner for $5. And it's excellent. It's really good food. They know how to cook down there. Woohoo! I think you just got Scotty's attention. Oh my goodness, Woo. Well, that ain't my idea of the kind of clam that I'll want. Oh my, we've just ventured into the adult side. I'll leave the bearded clams for you, Scotty. Oh, jeez. Oh, dear. That would be bad. Your anniversary. If a man goes out drinking on your anniversary, yeah, you have a right to be upset. Yep. You have a right to be upset. There's no way to behave on your anniversary. Yeah, it's a good thing that he is allergic too, because I tell you, there are some guys. You know, it's funny how alcohol really affects people differently. I just get friendlier. I just get friendlier and more outgoing. But some people turn into an instant asshole. Oh, goodness. Divorced after 35 years. That's really sad because that's a lot of investment. I used to surprise my ex a lot. I bet he misses that. If he's still alive. I bet he missed that. I used to surprise him. Seemed like he liked it. Wow. It just, one day you just woke up and just like, boom, that's it, I'm done. For me and my husband, it was a while coming. But it was coming. Well, you know, I was never more lonely than when I was married, and it shouldn't be that way. I was so lonely. Yeah, I know. I was so lonely. Because most of my friends before had been men. And after I got married, actually, as soon as we announced that we were going to get married, they started to drop away. Because, and especially after marriage, because you don't want to be alone with your friend's wife. You know, you can't be alone with your friend's wife. It doesn't look good. And I didn't like hanging out with girls that much. I just am not that girly of a girl. I'm not into doing all the hair and makeup and nails, and Louis Vuitton bags mean absolutely nothing to me. Nothing. If I had one, I'd sell it, turn around and sell it for as much money as I could get. But I think they're fucking ugly. Yeah, and the thing is when you are married, you're very limited as to who you can hang out with. You know, you can hang out with the girls, but you can't hang out with the guys anymore. Yeah, and I committed, and after a while I felt like I needed to be committed. It was quite sad, actually, because we had been such good friends. We had been real good friends before that, but being married somehow turned us into our parents. He got more like his dad, I got more like my mom. Oh my God. Help me. It got so bad. I was so lonely. It was so difficult. And then I was sick all the time. I really spent a long time being sick before I learned how to take care of myself. See, when I was a lot younger, I was so strong. I never thought very much about it until I got very sick. And then it was like, wow, now what do I do? I was so used to being capable of anything, of everything. Being sick was just a big shock. Well, here's the thing. He was always working late. It was like he tried really hard to get me after he got me. I didn't see that much of him. He was always working late. And holidays. I often wondered if he had another family. And then I found out why. Now listen to this. Because he had this all planned out. He volunteered. One of his jobs around the house was going to be laundry. So we got a nice laundry, we got a nice washing machine and dryer and everything, and it was fine for a while. But then, mysteriously, it broke down. And he had to go to the laundromat, right? Come to find out later, the laundromat was where you meet all the women. There you go, Scotty. Want a good place to meet women? Lonely, divorced women? Laundromat. How did I know? I ended up having to go to the laundromat. It was full of lonely, divorced women. Guess what? They were talking about my husband. Oh, good Lord. That was horrible. That was just completely horrible. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to go into details, but yeah. Worse yet, no, I'm not going to go into details. It was obvious. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, holy shit, is that what he was doing all this time? Because I had gone down and checked the washing machine and found that it really wasn't that broken, right? I just did a little fiddling with it and it worked fine. And I thought, that's weird. I'm going to go to the laundromat. Guess what? Yeah, that really hurt. That meant, to me, that meant that his overtime was probably also something else. I wonder how many. I just wonder how many. But you know what? I didn't really care who. I didn't even want to know. I didn't even want to know. Mm. Well, yeah, and you know what? He was a Scorpio. They tend to be oversexed. Damn it. I thought I had found a good one because he couldn't drink either. You know, because so many guys, they do idiot asshole things when they were drunk. Turned out he did a lot of idiot asshole things without being drunk. The other thing that was bad is that I was always like one step from death. I had more things happen to me that almost killed me than I'd ever had happen in my life. So basically, getting out of the relationship was, I saw it as life-saving. I mean, I was doing something for him the day I died in an auto crash. And I remember, you know, because I told you before, I told you all about the accident where I had my near-death experience. Well, I didn't want to go out that day, but I was running an errand for him. And after a while, I kind of started to wonder, is it because of him? Yeah, sometimes I actually wondered. There were things that led me to wonder if it was because of him that these things were happening to me. Maybe one day I'll tell you about it. Oh, thanks. I'm glad I survived too. He would not take care of the house, so it was dangerous. He wouldn't get anything done in the place. He let it go. There were just so many things. I didn't even know where to start. And he had a good job. That's just the thing. He had a really good job. He had a job where he could make some pretty decent money. What the hell was he doing with it all? Because he wasn't putting it in the house. He wasn't putting it in our life together. I guess one of the things he did was he bought another house that was a wreck. It was a fixer-upper. And then I was his complaint department. He rented it out. He said one day, now dig this. One day he looks at me and says, I'm going to be a slumlord. I said, wait a minute, don't you mean a landlord? He says, no, I've decided I'm going to be a slumlord. Oh, what are you talking about? A slumlord? And then, like I said, he ended up buying this place that the roof had caved in and blah, blah, blah. Had black mold and all kinds of stuff. He managed to get people to pay him rent for living there. Well, he was putting money into that house, but not ours. Ours was falling apart. So, and you know who he ended up marrying? He ended up getting married right after we divorced. One of our friends, of course. Because they'd been having a relationship, obviously. And he told everybody I was the one who was fooling around. Right. And that all is the way. Projection. Yes, I learned all about projection. Yeah. That's another thing that made me very suspicious, come to think of it. He made me a meal. He never cooked. He only knew how to make one thing. Tuna casserole. He decided to make tuna casserole. Okay, so he comes in, hands me a plate. But I'm thinking, by that time, that's odd. I took one bite. It seemed like there was something gritty in it. I will never know what that was. I said, I don't know. I'm just not hungry. I think I will leave it for the cats. No, he wouldn't let me feed it to the cats. So, what was in that? I always wondered what he put in it. I said, oh, okay, you don't want me to feed it to the cats. I'll just put it back into the tube. No, don't do that. I'll take care of it. Is it just me or is that suspicious? You tell me. You tell me. Is that suspicious? To me, it was suspicious. Wow, that's bringing up all kinds of unpleasant memories. I'm lucky I survived that. I am lucky. Wow, I must be a tough woman. I must be really tough to kill. I figured that out, though. I always thought to myself, you know what, you can make me sick, but it's really hard to kill me. I'm not easy to kill. Yeah, there was some kind of reading I had. Yeah, it was Joni Petrie. She was saying something about, I think it was her, something about memories of the past might be coming up to get purged. I think it was her. Oh, yeah. They sure are. Because, yeah, we're dumping stuff. So we're getting rid of all the little last bits of residue, and that's probably why all this is coming up. I never told anybody all about it. Most of my friends didn't even know exactly why. I couldn't even talk about it. I just couldn't bring myself to even talk about it. It was too painful and too exhausting. So I never really got to talk it out with anybody. Certainly couldn't talk to my mother about it. Nope. No. By that time, I did not have any friend of the type I could tell anything like that to. Yeah. You know what? It's pretty fucking amazing I am here still. As I think of it, the more I think of it, the more I realize I have to have a reason to be here, otherwise I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have been able to stay here. There's a reason I have to be here now. Or I would have died a bunch of times. I would have died from the brown recluse. I would have died from the whatever he served me. I would have died from the pesticide poisoning. I would have died from the dozen or so other many things that happened to me, falling through a barn bridge. On and on and on, just all kinds of things that happened that I was obviously supposed to live, as difficult as it was. I even had an incident where I walked into a room and it was a bunch of guys with loaded guns. Whoops. Well, that was scary. I managed to get out of that one, though. I mean, you haven't lived until you walk into a room and 6 guys pull out their guns and aim them at you. It's like, I'm in the wrong room. Yes. Definitely, that was a mistake. Yeah. I almost lost it right there. I just about fainted. It's like that's the first time ever that I had 6 guns aimed at me. I think it was 6, maybe been 7. I didn't count. My adrenaline was working too hard. It's like, oh shit, no, well. And then there were times too when there were people that said, you are a crazy woman. You have to be one of the bravest women I know. Because I'd be out on the streets again at like 2 in the morning playing music. It's like, you don't know what I've been through, honey. You have really too? You really have too? I didn't have a gun. That's just it. I didn't have a gun or anything. I didn't have anything. And then there was the guys that got in the back of my car. They wanted a ride home. They offered me some money to give them a ride home. So they were having trouble getting a taxi. Okay. It wasn't very far to their hotel. Just down the road. Okay. So they get into the back seat and they start telling me, what would you do if we pulled a knife or a gun and said drive? And I said, oh, then you would find out just how crazy I am. Because you know what I've never done that I always wanted to do? I always wanted to do it. Is drive the wrong way down the interstate and play chicken with all the semis. I always thought that would be so much fun. And I could see in the rearview mirror, it's like, what? You know, it's like, yeah. Well, you know, they're just like, yeah, oh God, we got a psychopath. I'm like, yeah, you know what? That sounds really good, actually. That's a heck of a way to go out, isn't it? Yeah. They had me drop them off just before the interstate. They saw a gas station. They said, "Oh, that's where we want to go. We gotta go there. We gotta pick something up." I said, "Oh, but you're not back yet." And they said, "Oh, it's just across the street. We'll walk." I scared the effing life right out of them. You think you're gonna threaten me when I got my hands on the wheel of a vehicle that is capable of killing you? And you think that I am above somehow? If I think that you're gonna kill me, that's all. That's it. You're done. You threatening my life? See, I went through all this with my sensei. Yep, I had a sensei. I helped spot self-defense class. And you know what? I had it all. Finally, I came to peace with it in my mind. I know how to kill people. I was taught how to kill people. What if I have to do that sometime? That would be very difficult. I would not ever want to do that. There's a lot of sanctity of life. You know, in my mind, it's very... However, the way that I had to think of it is, if you come up on me and threaten my life, since I know how to take you out, you somehow, whether conscious or subconscious, have chosen that that is the day of your death. You have chosen to die. Yes. Well, I needed money, and I didn't want to be a hooker. So from time to time, I'd give people a ride. But, yeah. I decided a long time, like I said, when I took that training, I really had to wrap my head around it. What if you have to kill somebody one day? What about that? And you know, my sensei always said, you're just moving them to a different stream of consciousness, that's all. You're moving them into a different dimension. It's not your fault. If they come upon you and threaten your life, it's their fault. You didn't ask for that. Well, you know what? I don't think it was dark. I think it was actually very empowering. Because the more I thought about it, the more I thought, why would I blame myself? Maybe that's the way some people decide to go out. Who am I to judge? No, who am I to judge? I had another guy one time. He's somebody I'd seen before. But he was different that time. He threatened to rip my head off. No. What did he do? He threatened to something. I'm the one who told him. I looked right at him and I said, I will rip your head right off your body and throw you in the ditch. And I know where to do that because we're not that far from the woods. We're not that far from Towner's Woods. Many nice deep ditches to leave you in. You know, and when he found out I wasn't backing down and I wasn't scared of him, he just shut the fuck up. And I said, so where do you want me to leave you off? You got a choice. You want me to leave you off in town? Or I could leave you off out there somewhere. Oh, you should have seen him change his song. No, I decided, no, you do not get to do that to me. Because you know what happens? If you go along with them, you get killed anyway, half the time. They do horrible things, and then you die. You might as well just die. You might as well just do it your own way. I did it my way, right? That's not dark. That's taking your personal power. To me. That was like taking my personal power. It's like, oh, you think that you are going to threaten my life, huh? Well, guess what? You're coming with. I don't care what I have to do. You're coming with. If you're threatening my life, you're coming with. It's not going to be easy, pal. And you know what? I survived it all. I survived being on my own in New Orleans. Homeless. Mm-hmm. Hey, Dolly. Hello, Dolly. Well, hello, Dolly. She's in Vegas. Why, I missed you. I was just saying, where the hell is Dolly? It's so nice to have you back where you belong. See, he's a Lewis. Lewis returned from the dead. In the land of the dead, and what did you learn, Lewis? Oh, he was in the shower. He had to take a cold shower. With all your dirty talk, you guys. Well, no, I really would rather not kill anybody. I don't want to kill anybody ever. Just don't threaten me. If you want to stay alive and healthy, do not threaten me. That's all. Oh no. Hepavac? What's a Hepavac? Is that medication? Well, Scotty, it's very simple. Don't threaten me. If you don't threaten my life, you have absolutely nothing to worry about from me. I am a very gentle person and big-hearted, too. I would not ever seek to do anything violent to anybody, much less off them. But I could tell you some very scary stories if you get me upset. And I could really make you believe them. Whether I would really do them or not, I don't know. Would I really? But I could certainly scare you. Really bad. So you never, ever thought to do that to a woman ever, because she might be insane. You know what? One of my favorite jokes is, this is one of my, and I saw it on YouTube too. Somebody reenacted it. So this guy picks up a hitchhiker, right? He picks up the hitchhiker, and they're driving along. The guy's in the back seat. He says, "Hey man, thanks for picking me up. But how do you know that I am not some kind of psychopathic killer?" And the driver looks at him and says, "Nah, it's really unlikely. I mean, what's the odds of two psychopathic killers being in the same car?" Hello, Big Justin. It's just in. You know, Justin, you gotta move it. It can't just be just in. It's gotta be, there's gotta be motion. Dolly, you better be drinking your bone broth. Better be drinking your bone broth, bitch. We don't want to see anything happen to you. We don't want to see you out there breaking bones or anything. Okay.